Kira, the lone female member of the Black Dragon clan. Along with Cobra, she's the only member of the Black Dragon to only have been featured in the 3D era of Mortal Kombat games. I recently got requested to do a redesign of Kira, just to see what a modern design might look like. So let's see what I get. Alright, so Kira is a bit of a unique character. If I'm not mistaken, there was a rumor, though it may not be a rumor, I believe this was confirmed by Midway back in the day, that Kira was initially supposed to be like the bastard child of Kano and Sonya, somehow, which would have been a crazy plot twist, by the way. Technically, we only know about Kano killing Sonya's partner, but we don't necessarily know about the actual history if there is one between the two of them. So, I mean, it could have been possible, who knows, but anyways, that's just what ifs. But it is interesting that the initial thought process for her was to have her be like the love child of Kano and Sonya, considering if you look at her moveset in Mortal Kombat Deception, more specifically, she kind of plays just like a merge between Kano and Sonya. She even has the kiss of death in Kano's little, I was about to say force ball thingy, but that's the wrong term for that move, but y'all know what I mean. Also interesting, out of all the members of the Black Dragon clan, that Kano is the only one whose move she really retains. Or at least in tribute. I guess I would like to think like Kano trained her or something, because she does none of Cabal or Cobra's attacks. Even so, she was a very underrated character from the 3D era, and I believe part of that is just because of how plain she looked. She just looked very regular for that game, but her moveset was kind of ridiculous, at least in how cool it was. It wasn't like she was broken like Cobra, but still another interesting character that could have been brought back at a later time in the Mortal Kombat franchise, especially with them bringing Cassie Cage into the game. I think you almost have an immediate rival for Cassie if you bring Kira back, but that's just me spitballing out loud. In any event, doing a redesign for her, I almost feel like her look would have to, I don't know, I feel like she should look like the Sonya of the Black Dragon clan. Not necessarily military-like, but just in terms of her actual wardrobe, etc. Just I feel like the gear she wore in Mortal Kombat Deception and how she dressed, it didn't look villainous enough. Like nothing about her screamed like she's in this crime syndicate or gang or anything like that. So those are pretty much the big things that I wanted to focus on in a redesign. So without further ado, let's see what I come up with this time. Alright, so after initially getting a base pose for her down pat, it was me trying to figure out a hairstyle. I kind of felt like the shaved head look would have been really cool for Kira, but they kind of did that with Melina in Mortal Kombat 1, and being honest, I've done that with quite a few redesigns already, so I didn't necessarily want to do that this time. So instead, I compromised and I did sort of a shaved look with pigtails. I don't know why, I just felt like the pigtails would give like borderline Harley Quinn vibes, so I like that idea. Then, like I said before, sort of like evil Sonya look is kind of what I was going for, because I felt like that would be a perfect contrast for a female member of the Black Dragon clan as opposed to like a woman in the special forces. So I gave her a jacket and put the Black Dragon patch on the actual jacket itself. Then I gave her a top that was similar to, I believe, and I could be wrong on this off the top of my head, but I believe it's similar to like her alternate design in Deception. I also wanted to give her studded gloves. It was not my intention to give her Jin Kazama style gloves, it just happened to come across that way. Or I should say Kazuya more than anything else, but whatever, it's what I gave her. I was almost going to give her like a studded strap design on her legs. I don't know why, it just, once again, me with the asymmetry, I just thought it would look cooler if I did it on one pant leg. Initially, I was going to have one half of her pants have a pants leg down and then it'd be cut off on the other side. I don't know why having it cut off with the actual straps on the opposite side looked better to me, and it's sort of what I rolled with going forward. Like I said, I have no idea why. It just looks cool. Like I said, I always have an asymmetrical designs when I do these things. I'm not really sure why that appeals so much to my eye, but I do it constantly. It's almost my thing at this point. But in any event, I gave her some very outlandish style boots. I don't even know what I would call these. Almost look like some cyberpunk-esque boots. And then I had the base of her actual sketch design in, so then it was on to doing her line art. Which in the line art I also had to clean up like little aspects of the design, like making the jacket sort of larger to make it seem like it fits on both sides of her body. Giving her facial scars to make it seem like she's been through something. That was another thing that bothered me about Kira. For her to be in a black dragon, she just seemed too clean. I get Cobra looking like that because he was sort of a martial artist, but like Kano looks grungy, Cabal is all kinds of messed up. I feel like scars would have sort of helped Kira out a lot, or at least some sort of somewhat dingy clothing or something like that. She just seemed too clean to be in such a messed up clan. Red Dragon maybe, but Black Dragon no. But anyways, added those little touches and little patches on her jacket, and it was off to the races for the line art design. And after getting that together, it was on to coloring this woman. Before I move on to that, just to let everybody know, if you like the video so far and you like the content, I have tons of redesigns on my channel, so if you're interested, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Getting back to the video. So I started coloring Kira. I didn't know where I wanted to put the black and the red at in her design. I believe she had a whole lot more red in her initial design in Mortal Kombat Deception than what I was planning on giving her. I also gave her sort of a dark brown jacket as well. Just I felt like it would be a cop-out just to give her like an all-black design, because you can't really fail with the all-black design, but at the same time it's Mortal Kombat. A lot of characters sort of look like that or have really dark designs in general, so I wanted to make something a little different. And I figured to a lot of the blue designs that Sonya has, either the blue or green designs, like a brown, black, and red would be a nice, I don't know, contrast to that. Obviously, I didn't want to touch the hair or anything like that and go too crazy, so I left the hair red as it's supposed to be, at least for her old school design in the 3D era games. Almost like the Cobra design, wanting to stay true to the like original look from the old school game, but just kind of fix it up so it didn't look as plain or as dated, I should say. Because in Cobra's case, his design certainly has not aged well at this point. But then after finishing her coloring, it was on to doing her shadows and then the highlights to finish it off. Add in small details while doing the shadows, like details in the eye. And then I don't know what was going on with my tablet pen. I need to go back over the shadows in the jacket like numerous times, because I was just missing areas with the pen on the jacket for whatever reason. I don't know why that was happening, but I needed to do that quite a few times, at least on the right side of the jacket. The left side wasn't as bad, but yeah, doing the shading was simple enough. I changed the shades of black on parts of her clothes just so I knew how to shade certain spots on her clothes as opposed to the other ones. The little spots on like her knee pads and her boots, I intentionally left as is just because I knew I was gonna use the highlights to sort of bring that out more, so I didn't do as much with it. And then sort of like the metal pieces on like her boots and stuff like that was just really simple to shade in. Going ahead and doing the highlights, also easy. Once again, it's one of those costumes where most of the shading is going to be on like the metal pieces and basically like her skin. There was a part of me that almost wanted to make her just slightly more pale, but I thought against it. I don't know why at the last minute I wanted to make her like paler than she actually looked in the design, but I left it alone. I'm kind of glad I did it. Didn't need her looking like Sheamus. Finished shading like her hair and certain parts of her pants, and then where I had like the gloves, the knee pads, and like the crazy boot design that I gave her, just tapping into those. I don't know, it made the material of her clothes look slightly different in how I did the highlights for it. And then after that, cleaning that up, it was on to fixing the like little small details with highlights here and there, and then adding the specular highlights to her. And after that, she was pretty much done. And I had this brand new Kira design for a Mortal Kombat 1 character. At this point, with the Chaos Reigns trailer for Mortal Kombat 1 coming out, I highly doubt that Kira will be making another appearance, or a lot of characters will be making a new appearance, since the ones we got back are Cyrax, Sector, and Noob Saibot. Not really expecting more 3D era characters, but they could surprise me with another combat pack. We did get 3 the last time, so holding out hope, I guess. But if Kira was ever to make a return down the line, it would be interesting to see what she looked like. I hope it would be something close to this. But that's just me talking. Let me know what you think of the design in the comments below, or what you would change on it, and how you feel about Kira as a character in general. As I've said before, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And you all have a good one. And I'm out.